To paint the Dwarf Chin Cactus, I will be using sap green as the base color, Hooker's green to paint the middle layers, and add black to these colors to create darker values as needed. Let's start by applying a light wash of sap green to the first section of the cactus. Make sure to apply this wash evenly so that the surface of the paper is damp enough as we start building the layers. Onto this wet surface, I will drop in a darker mix of Hooker's green and sap green from the sides and allow it to bleed into the first wash. For this cactus, I am keeping my layers quite watery to get maximum bleeding effect. I am going to keep the center slightly lighter than the sides to show the highlight. Now for the third layer, I am mixing some black to the mixture of green and applying it on the sides again. That completes our first section. Let's move on to the next section and repeat the same sequence of layers. While painting the next part, I am leaving a small white gap between the two sections. I think cacti and succulents look really great when you build multiple layers, and it is all a game of merging them into each other. Using good quality paper and colors can really change the way your work looks. I guess you've got the hang of how I'm doing the sections layer by layer. Let's speed up the process to see the next part. We are now done with the head portion of the cactus, and once it has completely dried up, we will begin with the flower on the top. I'm using a light shade of pink and will layer it with darker values of the same color. I want the blossom to look bright yet subtle, hence I'm sticking to a light shade of pink. You can check reference photos if you wish to consider other options for the color of the flower. Let's start by working on the petals one by one. I will paint a lighter wash and then drop in a darker value and merge the two layers. In this way, I will finish off all the petals. By the way, feel free to shift to a small size brush. I'm using a Princeton Neptune round 4 to work on the petals. Also, like I mentioned in the sketching video, dwarf chin cacti are quite small in size. I am doing a slightly bigger version as I wanted to show maximum details on it. You can also paint a potted version, which is quite common. As the petals are small, I am working on multiple ones at a time. Also, be patient till you finish each petal one by one. It does take time and it is completely okay. In the meanwhile, I will speed up a bit and wait for you on the other side. I'm almost done with the flower and adding some last minute layers to make it pop out. Now, while the petals are drying, let's paint the soil. On a clean wash of water, I will drop in some brown color and that's about it. Then I will add in some yellow color in the center of the flower. Now comes the interesting part to paint the needles. Using Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed-proof white and size 0 brush, I will start working on the needles. If you remember how we sketched the dwarf chin cactus, you can directly start making nodules and brush marks to show the spines. The moment you start adding needles, the cactus will instantly look interesting and the entire look will come together. Remember to keep your needles slightly curved in. And there you go, your dwarf chin cactus is now ready.